What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let's see what we got here. Who gonna join me? What's going on, Aquanetta? Thank you for joining me. What's going on, Kimberly? Oh my goodness. Y'all know how I feel about them hearts. Matter of fact, I was just listening to a little bit of something right now. Y'all hear that? Oh, snap. Hey. Yeah, I like them hearts. This song is actually quite fitting for what I'm going to talk about because it's talking about being relevant in some other sort of kind of way. It is kind of talking about if you think you're lonely now. But you only lonely if you ain't relevant. So I just got finished my workout here. Let me give me a little drink. Sorry about that. I had to give me a little drink. Of my my NutriBurst. Get that burst of energy so I can start talking to y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Let me turn this down a little bit. Let me flip the camera around. Alright. Let me turn that all the way down. But no, seriously, I've been thinking about this topic. Can y'all hear me? Somebody type on the screen. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Just type me a message. Let me know if you can hear me. What's going on, Anthony? Can you hear me? All right. Let me see. Somebody type if they can hear me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Got you. All right. So anyway, I just been thinking about this topic. Relevant. You know, are you relevant? And do you have relevance? You know, are you relevant? And do you have relevance? And so when I start thinking about this, you know, sometimes, people want to work with people and they want to move up the chain. You know, this could be at your job, and for those of you who don't know me, my name is Charles, the Coach Wilson. I'm hailing to you right now, all the way from Fort Hood, Texas. But relevance, what relevant basically means is, are you significant? Are you of value? Are you important? And see, that's something that, we as humans, we all want to be important. We all want to be significant. We all want to be of value, but there's certain things that we have to do. Some things are just, they're of little value. They bring little value to you. And so, this could be at work. How much value do you bring to the workplace? And see, when the people in leadership position, they start looking at who's going to advance, who's going to be promoted, they're looking at the people that's relevant. And so you got to ask yourself, how are you bringing value? How are you making yourself important? Are you unforgivable? Do you do such high quality of work that when you're not there or when somebody else is doing it, it's noticed? There's a big difference between what you bring to the table and what they bring to the table. And so a lot of times, people don't, what's going on there, Sanja? But people don't work to be relevant. And that's what I want to challenge each and every one of you joining this broadcast, whether you're in business or not in business, even if you have if you're working on a job and you want to advance, you got to be relevant. And it's not just at work or in careers or with businesses that you're building. You got to remain relevant in relationships. For real though. You got to remain relevant. What are you doing to make yourself relevant in the relationship? Are you always just doing the same thing? Do you take your partner for granted? Do you take your job for granted? You know, you got to be relevant. And so I liken this to networking. I don't know if any of you have ever been to a networking event, but sometimes when I go to networking event and I'm talking to people, you know, I ask them, hey, what's your goal in networking? And for me, you know, and I don't know about for you, you have to answer that question yourself. But for me, my goal when I go to a networking event is I want to be unforgettable. I want to be unforgettable. And so the question then becomes, how do you become unforgettable? So there's a number of things that you can do to help people remember you. So it might be the way that you dress. You know, the way that you dress might just be totally outlandish and just stand out. And people remember that one person that had that way over the top outfit, and they remember you. You know, the way that I choose to do it, though, is through service, through finding out, to tuning into the radio stations of other people. What's in it for them? What is it that they're looking for? What is it that they're trying to accomplish? You know, I become keenly tuned in to what is it that this person wants to do? What is it that this person wants to accomplish? Because I tell you, when you focus on the other person, what they want, what they're trying to do in a networking environment, they're going to remember you. And then here's something that you can even add to that to even raise the stakes up even higher. If you become a resource to that person, how can they forget the resource? You know, they needed a connection and you're the link in between them and the connection that they need. You're the link pin. They can't forget, because whenever they go back to that resource, they got to remember you. Or your productivity. How productive are you at work? How productive are you in helping your mate? How productive are you in your business? See, and especially if you're involved with direct sales or network marketing, you want to get recognized. You want to move up the chart. You got to be relevant. You know, relevant, you know, you can be somewhat relevant by being seen, showing up. They know your name, but your work is what really stands out. Do your numbers show up? You know, sometimes, you know, I've been blessed to be in leadership, and I deal with people that are higher echelons than me, and I listen to them talk. And when they're looking for people to work with, when they're looking for people to help, they're looking for the relevant people, the people that's already producing. You know, some people, they watch content. Some people don't. Some people make content. You know, I was talking to one of my business partners the other day, and you know, some people look at banners. Some people are on the banners. You know, some people attend meetings, but some people create meetings. You know, so you gotta, hey trainer, you gotta look at what you're doing. You know, your productivity, the value that you bring to the organization makes you relevant. And so that's what I want to share with everybody. You gotta be relevant. You know, thanks, trainer. But you gotta be relevant. And so I like to be relevant through service. You know, and I can't stress that enough. That's a real simple way to become relevant, is through your service. You know, as a matter of fact, I heard Shanita Foster talking about it as well, talking about serving, you know, showing up at events and volunteering to assist, you know. All right, let me get you out of here. But anyway, you gotta be relevant, you know, and you become relevant by standing out. You know, when you stand out, then you become relevant. And so that's what I want to encourage all of y'all. And there's a difference between being relevant and brown nosing. You know, brown nosing is just about you. Brown nosing is where you're just trying to be seen. you're really not providing any true value. You're really, just showing off in front of a particular leader or whatnot. You might be doing things that they like, but chances are, if they're a wise leader, they're going to pick up real quick that you're just brown nosing, and you're not true to what you're doing. But the people that serve, the people that produce, those people are real relevant. And relevant people don't need nobody to recognize them. They truly don't. Relevant people don't need anybody to recognize them, because they're going to be recognized already by their work. And I keep saying that over and over again, but it's your work. What are you creating? What are you bringing to the table? That's how you're going to stand out. And so, and I'll say this for the people that's involved in direct sales and networking. If you're involved in those types of businesses, believe you me, your leaders pay attention. And the easiest way to pop up on the screen, what's going on, man? The easiest way to pop up on the screen is through your numbers. It's regular business, through your numbers. And this is the same thing at work. This is the same thing at home. Although, you're going to replace numbers with the value that you bring to your mate. But that's how you become relevant. If you look up and you're not really doing much, you're not supporting much, you're not encouraging much, you're going to find yourself being less and less relevant. And that's just in relationships. You got to do something to be relevant. And you don't need to wait for somebody to put you on the forefront. You take initiative yourself and get on the forefront. And so that's what I wanted to share with y'all. Be relevant. Be of relevance, and make yourself known. Just like in the good book, it talks about making yourself known, being fruitful and multiplying. And so last challenge, I challenge each and every one of you to make yourself known, be fruitful, and multiply. And if you found what I just shared of value, please swipe left, swipe right, swipe up, swipe down. Share this video with your followers. Share this video on Facebook, Instagram, with the people you come across. I would really appreciate that. I definitely appreciate the hearts. And if you're not following me other places, you can follow me at The Coach Wilson. That's TheCoach Wilson. That's my handle on all my social media. And I definitely look forward to connecting with you in other places as well. On a side note, I'm going to be speaking in San Antonio. So if you know anybody in the San Antonio market, I'm going to be in San Antonio next Tuesday, doing it big with my man Mike Irvin, my homeboy. We're going to be doing a very special event, helping people transform minds, bodies, and bank accounts. And we're going to share with you why we said yes to our amazing opportunity. If you want to know more about it, definitely send me an inbox on Facebook or DM on Instagram. And you can even call me at 254-218-4159. But I'm about to run. Just got finished with the gym. I'll talk with y'all later. Peace.